Welcome to Cinema Peak. There's something powerful about a final interview, a last glimpse into the thoughts, voices, and emotions of legends we once admired. Today, we revisit the final words and moments of British actors, captured before they left us. Not just farewells, but reflections, wisdom, and a legacy spoken in their own voices. In 1988, the world witnessed the final televised appearance of Sir Laurence Olivier. Frail but dignified, his voice still carried the weight of Shakespeare and centuries of British theatre. It was not just an interview, it was a farewell. A quiet goodbye from a man who once commanded stages and screens across the globe.
In Book 9 of Paradise Lost, Milton recounts the fall of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. After they have eaten the forbidden fruit, Adam persuades Eve that they have definitely missed out by not eating the apple.
In what would be his final interview, Sir Sean Connery, the original James Bond, spoke with a quiet intensity about legacy, privacy, and the price of fame. The Scottish icon, known for his commanding presence on screen, allowed a rare glimpse into the man behind the legend.
I left school at 13. I didn't have a formal education, and I believe I would not be standing here tonight without the books, the plays, the scripts. It's been a long journey from Fountain Bridge to this evening with you all. Though my feet are tired, my heart is not.
In his final interview, Alan Rickman spoke with a calm, reflective tone. Far from the commanding villains and complex heroes he portrayed on screen. With wisdom in his words and a quiet sadness in his eyes, he spoke of art, love, and the importance of kindness. It was the voice of a man who knew his time was nearing, yet still had something to give.
So here we are with a bit of hindsight, and you look back and go, well, things happen the way they do. You're not always, certainly not, don't feel your sense of your hands on a steering wheel. It's just a sort of a compulsion once you've dealt with the art school bit, which seemed necessary.
In one of his final on-camera reflections, Sir Alec Guinness, the quiet force behind Obi-Wan Kenobi and countless stage greats, spoke with the humility of a man never at ease with fame. He shared thoughts on faith, privacy, and the strange weight of being remembered more for a role than a lifetime of art.
As you get on in years, those become few and far between. I mean, when you're a young actor playing elderly or old men, I mean, it's quite fun. When you're pretty elderly yourself, they're always asking you to be younger, and that's not so easy.
In one of his final public words, Sir Christopher Lee said, "What matters ultimately is that you've tried, that you've given it everything." His voice was slower, more reflective. It wasn't just a message, it was a farewell, a quiet premonition from a man who had seen the end coming.
Hello, and greetings to you all, wherever you may be. And thank you, as always, for your appreciation and help during my life as an actor.
In what felt like a gentle goodbye, Dame Maggie Smith sat across from Kathleen Turner, sharing laughter, memories, and the quiet ache of time. With every word, she peeled back the curtain not just on her career, but on the woman behind it. The legend, still luminous, still listening.
She was then with Tony Walton, married to Tony Walton. And I was going up in the elevator and weeping, which is what I did all the time because I was in such distress about the whole thing.
Shortly before his sudden death, Rick Mayall recorded a brief, cryptic message. It was strange, unsettling, and unforgettable. Was it a joke, a warning, or a final punchline from a genius who blurred madness with brilliance until the very end?
You don't know?
No.
Viewers, you don't know who the cameraman is.
No.
You don't know why you're being made to see these things. Nor do I. You're seeing me. I can't even see you. I may be dead by the time you watch this. Very possibly are. You don't know who's the man who's making things he wants you to see. Destroy your television sets. Now. You must listen to no orders. That's all I can tell you for this point in humanity.
Just 1 month before her passing, Helen McCrory appeared calm, radiant, and utterly selfless. In her final interview, she spoke not of herself, but of helping others. There was grace in her voice and courage behind her smile, a quiet farewell, wrapped in dignity.
I mean, that's really what we want to talk about this morning, is we're still open and we're still running, we're still up for a business. Because last year we helped about 70,000 people. I think at the beginning of lockdown, a lot of people didn't realise that we were still accessible to them. But we still have helped 70,000 people. And now more than ever, young people whose life really feels like it's on hold.
In his final Wogan appearance, Peter Cushing was frail but full of warmth. He spoke gently of love, loss, and the passage of time. His voice tinged with gratitude, not regret. It wasn't just an interview. It felt like a whispered goodbye from one of cinema's kindest souls.
I had a wonderful stand-in for 30 years, Paddy Smith. Yeah. He came from Waterford. And we were great fans of the game. And on one occasion when England played atrociously, Ireland was superb, but England beat them by 1 point.
In A Life in Comedy, Ronnie Barker looked back not with ego, but with quiet satisfaction. He spoke of laughter, timing, and the choice to walk away while still at the top. It felt less like a celebration and more like a curtain call. One last smile from a man who made a nation laugh.
A very daft, black and white, scratchy old bit of film in which a fat fool sings a Ruritanian number called Life's Highway. What an idiot. I found it very painful to write, but I think it was worth the pain. People have told me it was worth your pain.